Hi, welcome to my channel and thanks for showing up. I'm hoping that Greeceunlimited gives you the life answers through my experiences as a Greek Canadian, leaving the country I grew up in and starting a new life in Greece, unbeknown to me what was lying ahead. To recap a small touch of how all this happened, I was married to a wonderful partner, to a spectacular soul, my real life soul mate, if that's what I can call the lady, with a young child starting to grow up. It happened in a nanosecond. What changed my family's and mind direction and livelihood. My soulmate was at a red light approximately about 100 meters to our home and got rear-ended by a person that was talking on the cell phone, not paying attention. Again, I don't blame this person, because they never got up in the morning saying, I'm going to destroy this lady's life and change her family dynamics. It happened. It can happen to anyone. And it'll happen when you're never prepared, because you're never prepared for this. Leading from 2010, my soulmate got post-traumatic stress disorder. Her right hand would shake uncontrollably, and this is a true story. We were at our church, the Greek Orthodox Church in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and there was a lady that grabbed her hand and tried to stop it from shaking. This is not something that my soulmate could control. It happens and it's uncontrollable. It got to the point that she was right-handed. It had to learn left hand how to write and how to continue her life in a different format. That was only just the beginning of what was happening. We had gone to many specialists and they were all dead ends till we met a very wonderful man at the top of his professional career as a doctor, and he looked at me and I go, "Sir, make my wife well." And he kind of looked at me and says, "Son, your old wife is long gone. This is the new wife, the new partner you have." I go, "I don't understand this lady anymore. It's somebody I don't recognize." And he goes to me, "That's the sad reality of something that we are just starting to grasp. Post-traumatic stress. We're well advanced into heart surgery, limb removal, replacement, but when it comes to the brain, it's very little that we know. We are very behind in that area." And I looked at him and I go, "What are you telling me?" And he goes, "This is the new soulmate." I go, "I can't understand." And he goes, "You're going to have to bear it. You're going to have to accept the person." 10 years led on. We tried multiple things, specialists, you name it, we had gone, even to psychics. And little did we know that there was nothing we can do. 2007, the dreaded D word happened. It decimated myself, my family unit, with a young child growing up. And I was her rock at that time. She looked up to me and her mom for her direction. At that time, 2017, unbeknown to me, I was removed from my home, given 2 bags of clothing and my personal business belongings. My accounts were frozen, and it was just the money that I had in my pocket, nowhere to go, sleeping in my car, uncertain of anything in life anymore, had totally given up. And the legal system came in and found the opportunity, given I gave them that opportunity, to scalp me clean. Because when you go through the divorce settlements and all, you find out who's involved, what family support you have, none, and you're on your own, and you are the bad person, and you are the one that created all this. Irregardless, everybody knows your family life better than you do living it, and that's just the truth. The thing that I'd like to give away and help people like yourself watching this is, in the comments section, ask me questions that are bothering you, and more often than not, I'll be able to answer them. You might not like what you're going to hear, but it's the honest truth. And this is going to be a journey of a Greek Canadian tossed like a piece of garbage on the street and had to make decisions where I couldn't turn to anybody. It was my own decisions with the small amount of money that I had, because my accounts, everything were frozen. Eventually even my credit card was frozen by the legal system, and people trying to show me, here, we have the control. And they did. Leaving actually Canada in 2017, first going to Germany, and as a broken man trying to reestablish myself and find clarity, which didn't come for at least another 8 years for me. And it was a devastating experience. The things I've learned and the things I'd like to pass on to you, yes, the people watching this, and the insight and the wisdom that I've gotten from all the lessons, which are going to help you a little bit better than I was able to, because there was no channel like this that would turn around and give you the answers. So, being in Germany and having to start all over again after having a successful high-end renovations company in Calgary, Alberta for close to almost 30 years, and having worked for telecommunications companies, major Fortune 500s, and also gaining a lot of experience that would come in handy at a later time in life. And to put it mildly, it was not an easy choice, which was not given freely. It was given harshly to me. And I learned from it. I learned that you're on your own. You're presently yourself, you and I meaning independently yourself. Then you find out your strengths, your weaknesses, because you got nobody to lean on. You got no support, you got nothing. You're on your own. And that's exactly where I was, and I still am. Irregardless if I had a family at one time, you're still on your own. They're fending for themselves and you're fending for yourself. So to continue, I had to reinvent myself. I started off in Germany working as a gardener because I had to find a job ASAP, and ended off in a wonderful company doing high-end renovations, or actually not high-end renovations, it was in my line of expertise because I'm also an architect. I was renovating buildings with a team of people, great individuals, and we would take left behind abandoned buildings or buildings that were displaced, and we were converting them into new mixed use or specialty, like for apartment rental and that. We would tear them apart and rebuild them in the way that they should be, giving new life to an old building. And that was my area of expertise. That lasted for quite a while till I started getting ill and I wasn't feeling good. My body was run down. I got double pneumonia. I ended up having mold in my lungs, as remember that these buildings were closed and confined, and when you open them, irregardless if you wear a mask in that, this passes through your skin into your blood. It was a difficult time for me and I could not establish myself. I was living on survival mode for 8 years, and that was destroying me from the inside out. And that's what I'm hoping I can help you not do the mistakes or realize certain things and change them. And that's where Greeceunlimited comes. I knew that my destiny was going to be Greece, and I didn't know how I would get there and what would happen. And through the grapevine, through God's direction, and if you don't believe in something as God or a higher power, you're going to be left behind, because there's nothing to anchor yourself. Yeah, you have to believe in something. You have to believe in a greater power. And I'm one to do that. And through the grapevine, I ended off in Greece, where I decided to make it home. Hi, on the closing of this video, I wanted to express in the next up-and-coming video that I'm going to make the logistics nightmare of getting a few personal possessions from Canada over into Europe, and the do's and don'ts that I found out. And I wish I had this information before. It was going to save me, or it would have saved me, a lot of money, headaches, and disappointment. And that again, I'm hoping that you subscribe, you follow the channel. My ultimate is to do 1 video a week, because I have a lot to say, things that are going to save you time, money, and give you the knowledge when you also decide to come to Greece or any point in Europe. You'll have the information rather than going blind like I did, and you will find value, trust me. And that's the reason I created YouTube channel called Greeceunlimited, for that main purpose. Also, I'd like to monetize, but that's secondary. My key objective is to give you, yes, you, the viewer or the viewers, a chance to realize the zest of Greece, the opa in life,